Our next storyteller is Tom Poiker. Tom was born in Munich, Germany, and after moving to Canada, he began working at Simon Fraser University as the assistant professor to the professor of geography there. And today, Tom is going to share with us his story of immigrating to Canada and beginning his life here in Coquitlam. And I think it includes a name change or modification, perhaps. Please welcome Tom Poiker to our stage.
Thanks. Hello. We immigrated to Canada in 1967. And we lived, somewhere in the greater Vancouver area for a while. But then we realized that, first of all, we wanted to have children. And so we asked around, where is the best place to have children? And it was Coquitlam. Why? Because it has the best schooling system. That's what we thought, that's what we heard. So, we, in 1970, we had our first child, our daughter, who is in this room, and then we got another 2.5 years later. We got another student, another boy. Sorry. So we had but my wife was too busy to really become involved in anything but the teaching. She became a language teacher and also in the children. And the children, it was interesting, but because there were a lot of activities available that where our children could participate. There was one group that was in Coquitlam in the summer, swimming, all kinds of activities, sports activities. But the other was music, and there it was not so easy to get it, find everything in Coquitlam. As a matter of fact, my wife drove into Vancouver so many days in the year that it was just unbelievable. We had one car. I started to cycle up to Simon Fraser University, and she just drove into town. It also showed that there were other kids around, and their mothers or fathers, for that matter, were too busy to always drive them there, to these places, to the music places. So my wife took over some of the driving for others. And soon enough, we were a group of people who loved similar things, did similar things, and drove in similar directions. And that was when it became clear that we might actually do something in Coquitlam that is interesting for Coquitlam kids, and brings them together, those that drive up to Vancouver so often. And my wife again did much of the work for this. She found a conductor she found she got music sheets together and all kinds of other things that are necessary to produce a group of kids that are doing music together. It was eventually, there was 8 to 10 children, age between 10 and 14 maybe, something like that. And they played together. Somebody had a name for them, the Coquitlam Strings. And that's what it was, the Coquitlam Strings. And we had concerts. The audience was not much different than this here. You had your parents there, you had some other kids from school and so on. And so for a few years, the Coquitlam Strings were a very important part of these kids' life, these kids' survival for that matter. Eventually, this kind of faded out. You can't have 10 to 12 children always at the same place in the same area together without some of them moving away. So 2 of them, for example, moved to Britain. One of them came back and became the director of the Vancouver Music Academy. And others came back and did nothing. But they were always friends. They were always kids that somewhere in their life had played together and had done things together that enriched their lives and enriched the lives of some of the natives, the relatives, etc. And it must be an important issue, because this is the first time I can actually hear myself, because the music has stopped in the background. Welcome to a music community, Coquitlam Strings.
Thanks so much, Tom. Music is the glue that holds many of us together in community.